If you don't like short guys, don't date short guys, period. Attack your self-esteem. They would make you feel worthless. Ego has to be absent for a loving environment to thrive. You need to start choosing themselves, girls especially. Your perfect forever is out there. Bring you to an expected end. Can I hear a hallelujah? Through an abortion and I feel tired and down. Personally, no. So that's why I married to a husband. Or really, you have no business having come together. So first tip, go out of your house. Say amen. Amen. These are my scent of the day. It's very easy for you to think that you love yourself when you actually do not love yourself. Postinol is not contraceptive. It's an emergency pill, but it's not, you should not be taking it. Realize people will hold you to a standard of perfection that they expect you to be in their head. Maybe I never blow, sha. Maybe you get one kind blow where I go blow. I go just drop money for those kinds of things. Who knows? They are mad, moving mad. You've written out that you want your perfect dream man to be. He's there. Don't drop your standard for anybody. Don't settle. Even though Hi butterfly, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lydia Stanley, and if you're not new, thank you so much butterfly for coming back to my video today. In today's video, we're going to be getting glam, we're going to be doing our makeup, and I'm going to be answering questions. We're going to be creating this look and I'm going to be answering questions. I love to do get ready with me intros like this. So if you like to see me get my makeup done, and if you like to see me answer your questions, please keep on watching. If you end up enjoying, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also I think I want to give this a name so that I can be more frequent on my channel, so that you can hold me liable when I don't produce one at least bi-weekly, maybe every 2 weeks. That's what bi-weekly means, in case you don't know. But let me know. I want to call it What Would Lydia Do? WWLD. Okay? How does that sound? I coined it from WWJD. What would Jesus do? And I think it's going to be a staple. Let me know what you think. And this is the first installment in that video. So let's answer your questions. I'm keeping you totally anonymous, okay? Don't worry about that. I'm keeping you anonymous and I'm answering all your questions. So let's start, okay? Let's get this face beat. My favorite primers from Whoa. You're not here to hear me talk about makeup, but I do want to do more makeup tutorials, Sha. Like, let me know if you're still into it. Mixing these two, your makeup will be stuck on all day. It keeps your makeup on and stuck. Where's my mirror? Okay. I don't like seeing wipes. I don't like seeing fingerprints on my mirror. I cannot see past it. The first butterfly says, we're not hearing about your clothing brand again. Where's my clip? What's the news on it? My love. That's the question we're starting with here. Okay. I'm going to keep it honest with you butterflies, of course. I'm not going to, tell you something else and leave it. Starting a clothing brand is costly. We have this vision, and I still do believe that vision can come to pass, will come to pass between me and my husband and creating a certain standard. But then between just getting people, because we want to serve a certain size range, color correcting, we want to serve a certain size range. So between trying to get people that can make them to the taste that we want, trying to look for sizes online, it was a lot. Trying to get them into Nigeria. Plus, did you see what dollar rate was doing last year, December period? Hey God, oh. My father is not a billionaire. I never put it at that. So, yeah, it had to just come to a close. So That's what I'll say about that. Like, but we still are open-minded about it. We didn't just want to release something because we could have released some of the samples that we got, right? I've even worn some of them in my vlogs and you've seen some of them on my page. But there's a certain standard. I like to keep myself accountable. For me, it's just making sure that if by the time that brand launches, and by the grace of God we will, it's perfect, you know. I know we can't get it right from the first start and we'll always have to grow, but to a certain extent, people spending their money should get, like, at least I would want to get that kind of quality if I'm spending my money. Do you get? So that's why. But yeah, if you have any like plugs and you have people that can really help us bring our dreams to life, because we actually had this idea, and I don't want to talk too much on the idea because somebody might go and steal it now before we make it come live. So, well, yeah, I'm open to think that answers your question as honestly as I can without putting too much out there. Our fashion baby brand, our baby that is going to come out in form of a fashion brand is going to come, you know, and it's going to be marvelous when it launches. Amen to that. For my foundation, I'm going to use this Huda Beauty. For my foundation, I'm going to use this Huda Beauty Aphrodite, this thing. You know what? I'm just going to mix it on my hand. I wanted to be fancy for you people, but yeah. There's a lot of construction going on around, so I'm going to find the music that matches the beat of the construction. But just in case you hear it, okay? Ignore it. Ignore. Hope I'm not closing the mirror. What's the next question? My boyfriend's mother doesn't like me because I'm a Yoruba girl and they are Igbo. Bounce. Like, if you happen to find yourself in that situation, being Yoruba and they're Igbo and they don't like you, bounce. You can't be trying to prove your worth to anybody in this 21st century. Like, why are you still with the person? They're obviously not the one for you. Because honestly, if you get married into that family, I feel like they're going to stress you through your life, through getting married, through the wedding process. You need in-laws that love you for you to have a certain level of peace of mind. I'm not saying it's important, and I'm not saying you must get in-laws that love you. Foundation, I'm mixing these two from Ezekiel and Nuban Beauty on my hand here. Nuban has, I feel like cutting this thing is, you see, I'm not going to tell you what I'm using again, okay? I'm going to leave a link. I'm just going to let you see some things while I talk. Spoiling my gist, I feel like. And you watching, tell me, for future videos, you want me to sit and talk, you know, like this? Or like already have my makeup on, or just come on and do my makeup with you? For me, you can't make anybody like you. They either like you right off or they don't, and it's not worth it. But if you feel like it's worth it, you can stay and be worrying about it. That's already a criteria for me to break up. But I don't know your relationship and how you feel this person is the one for you. Do you get? But I'm honestly of the opinion that when the time is right, the person that is meant for you, I don't think you have issues. I don't know. In my experience, my mom-in-law loved me, and she was the first, you know, person I was meeting. I never met any of my ex's parents because they didn't even want to meet up. I don't even know. Maybe the ex itself were not even worthy. Like, I never met any of my ex's parents till my husband. Let me just say that. And it was love at first sight. Like, my mom-in-law immediately gave me a nickname called Beauty. She calls me beautiful. So I'm just going to say that and leave it at that. So right here, I want to do this thing to my brows. Where are you there? I like to spray water in from J-Lux Beauty, and it helps the brows just stay high, in my experience, and I genuinely feel like Nobody should try to deal with stressful in-laws, except if your husband is willing to, your boyfriend is willing to protect you from that. If not, trust me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it in the long run. If you can get out now, don't even stress yourself trying to make them love you. Like, don't even do it. So, yeah. They don't know why. Why is my beauty sponge? I so much prefer using a beauty sponge to blend than using a brush sometimes, because if I'm rushing, the pressure can be a lot. You know? Do you and Mr. M settle heavy quarrels? How do you handle the hurt? Yeah. Would you be surprised if I tell you we don't have any heavy quarrels? I'm going to tell you something, and I want you to use that as a sign. If your partner, your significant other, says things to hurt you, like they want to pepper you when you're fighting, they want to break your spirits, they want to make you feel so downcast with the things they will say to you, they will attack your self-esteem, they would make you feel worthless because of an argument, and then later on, like, oh, you know, we're fighting now. That is a red flag on the male side or on the female side. I'm telling you, if you truly love someone, even when you're angry, you are still kind to that person. So even if we're having I've not even say we're having an argument, maybe more like a misunderstanding, there's no heavy hurt. We just apologize. Like, we can, wait it out. A little bit of, I wouldn't even say ego, because we don't have ego with each other. That's another thing. Ego has to be absent for a loving environment to thrive. You have to drop your ego at the door. So there's no hurt. We just apologize. I honestly have not had a fight where I was regretting being with my husband, or thinking if I want to run away or cancel the marriage. Like, we have not had that kind of, and I know we won't. That's why I can say on that, I don't think I'm the best to respond. I just say we apologize. I'm using this Beauty by AD Bad 06 on the inner corner. I think the texture is similar to this Too Faced one I used. So yeah, just one day later. Apologize and move on. If you have a partner that constantly just wants to cause you headache, that person is not the one for you. See, in 2023, I think people should start choosing themselves more, regardless of what society says, regardless of, you. I'm going to use this mixing palette. I'm going to take this shade and the red one, and create like a custom deep pink, I hope, on my hand. Yeah, when you understand color theory, that's the color I want. Can you see that? But there's no color like that in the palette, this exact pink shade. People need to start choosing themselves, girls especially. He's causing you so much heartache and you're still there because you don't know if you'll find somebody else for you. The mind almost always tricks you into that belief, and that keeps you stuck on this person. Honestly, believe me and trust me when I say that your perfect forever is out there. Do not settle for whatever reason, thinking that this person is all I've got, this person is who I've been dating since. Even if you've been dating them and so you still find somebody better than you. I didn't think I could meet my husband. Let me tell you, up until when I met him, I did not have him in my radar because I had never met him. Nobody even introduced us. I still think I want to do that story time, but nobody even introduced us, and we just met when it was time. You will be shocked what God has in store for you. He said, plans of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. Can I hear a hallelujah? My goodness, like, honestly speaking, people need to understand that what God has in store for you is bigger than what your current mind can grasp. You cannot even understand it, I'm telling you. So Leave somebody that is giving you headache in this 2023. Okay, leave them alone. I promise you, the person God has planned for you will not give you headache. You are supposed to exist peacefully. And even, let me even give you a tip, even down there, when you give yourself to someone that you people are not meant to be at all, it will manifest in BV. It will manifest in smells. Your pH balance down there will be thrown off. I've realized that with being with my husband, like no single reaction. That is when you know we are a perfect match, even down to our bodies. Don't be giving yourself to everybody. Don't be giving yourself to everybody. That's what I'll say about that. The person that loves you will not hurt you with their words when you guys are having an argument. They won't. Okay? How to manifest. I hear you say it in your videos. How do I manifest? Okay, so manifesting to me is just, when I'll give you two scenarios. One, when you were younger and your dad would say something like along the lines of, oh, don't worry, if you get first or if you do it so, I'll buy you a bicycle. Meanwhile, he said he will buy. He has not told you, you have not seen the bicycle in your hand, koro, okay? But you believe that your dad is going to buy you that bicycle. Why? Because you just trust him. You don't know if your father has money. You don't know if he really plans to. You just receive that word that he has said about you and run with it. Same with our Father in heaven. Imagine thinking, okay, use an orange seed, for example. I remember seeing this online. But wait, I need to contour. I remember seeing this online, but use an orange seed for an example, right? There's a gardener. At this stage, I'm spraying this Silhouette setting spray. I need to stop to tell you this about the setting spray. It is so amazing. I love to set it then start to blend. The gardener has an orange seed and he wants to plant this orange seed. And right as he's about to plant this orange seed, the orange seed says, oh, I want to become an orange tree. I want to become like that orange tree there. Or I just want to become an orange tree. And then the gardener says, yeah, sure. That's what we're doing. That's what we're in the process of, making you into an orange tree. Then the orange seed will be like, oh, but, how would I become an orange tree? I just can't see it. I'm just a seed. How can I become that big? I can't see it. And then the gardener says, oh, don't worry, we are already in that process. And with a little soil and a little, water and a little earth, earth, soil, whatever, just with a little love, a little sunshine, you'll become that tree in no time. Do you know how long it takes for an orange seed to become a tree? But it will become that tree in no time. Growth. It will become that tree. And that's the same thing with us. We already have that potential in us. We're already the seeds, orange seeds. We already have the potential to be everything that we can dream of, no matter how big your mind can conceive, because it's in your blueprint. But you need to be willing to let go of the how that thing is going to come about. Don't bother your head about how you're going to become an orange tree. Just believe. Just take it. I'll be an orange tree. I'll be an orange tree. I'll be an orange tree. You'll be an orange tree. You will grow. The universe will bring things your way, bring people your way, bring experiences your way that will set you on that path to becoming what you want to be. But you need to see it. You need to make your mind aware of it. That's why I recently posted my vlog where I talked about buying my phone case for my iPhone 14 Pro Max that I don't have yet. Right now, I'm talking to you, I don't know how the money is going to come about, if I'm being very honest with you. But I know that I deserve a new phone, and I know I'm going to get a new phone. When it happens, I'm going to come and share with you, because I shared with you when I bought the casing to be looking at. Every day I look at the case as if I already have a phone in it. That's how you manifest things, and you believe slowly but surely. I'm getting very passionate, that's why my voice is raising. But you need to also be very, very aware of like when you start to live in your answered prayer, because it's honestly very easy for your life to be so gradual and you just forget when you were praying about what you have now. Comment down below if you've had such like awakening moments where you're like, oh shit, oh, I don't want to curse. Where you were like, oh, this is what I've been praying for, and I actually am living in that dream now. Comment down below if you've had that kind of experience. But yeah, that's how manifestation works. That's the best way I can explain it to you. Okay. What's your opinion on not having kids in early marriages between 2 to 3 years? My opinion is do it. Give you and your spouse time to love each other. Give you and your spouse time to navigate living in a household together. Omo, if I tell you the things I've learned, because I stayed in my father's house before I moved out. Maybe you can move out if you want to, so you can start experiencing life by yourself. But the things I've learned from coming under my mom's covering and being my own head of, not head of the house, my own woman of the house. Like, I'm the one that has to decide what is being cooked. I'm the one that has to cook most of the times. I'm the one that has to make what is being cooked. I'm the one that has to decide when the house needs a lot of cleaning most of the time. My husband helps out, but I'm the homemaker, right? So it's a lot. Plus my own personal time is a lot to kind of, manage and navigate. What I would just say is, if I had a kid immediately, I feel like I'm using this Huda Beauty. No, it's not light enough. I'll use this Juvia's please. I want my nose to be very light. I don't want to touch the blend. I want that defined. I'm also grateful for the kind of man I married, because some people, they are just baby hungry immediately they married. Some men will not be patient enough to like say, okay, let's explore falling in love. Let's not just immediately use kids as buffers for our relationship, especially if you didn't date for a long time. My husband, we dated for like 6 months before we got married. So yeah, I would say do it. It's the best thing ever. You have a lot of time to just figure out yourself as a wife, figure out yourself as a person, figure out your new environment, figure out the both of you. Your husband has time to do the same, and you just take it from there. I'll beat this concealer. Why are you not blending how I want you to blend? That's my answer on that. This might be a bit personal for you, so I apologize if I crossed the line with this question. Did you have any fears before and after you got intimate with your husband? I don't think I did. I didn't have none about my body. No, he made me feel confident and comfortable about every other thing. Like my man made me feel comfortable throughout. Like there was no, you know what, I'm going to go in with this Huda Beauty concealer over this place. I need coverage. It's not giving what I need it to give. I'm going to leave that to dry down a bit more before blending it out. I did not have any fears whatsoever, because before we became like, knowing each other and all of that, we spoke about any and everything. Like this guy knew and I was so comfortable with telling him everything about me and vice versa. So honestly, when it was time, we just honestly just were in it for the like, wow, it's actually happening. Not any fears. We are not afraid that I wasn't afraid that maybe he wouldn't like parts of my body, or he wouldn't talk to me the same after, or he would ghost me. No, I knew I was giving somebody special a gift because of how he had, been all this while, very consistent, the kind of character he was. Like I knew who I was doing this thing with, and I knew more than anything it was going to be special. Honestly, it's still even special till today that we've been married for almost 2 years. Every time is an experience. My goodness. Once the person is right for you, my love, trust me, you should not have anything to worry about at all. And If it's someone that you know you're building the right kind of relationship with, and hopefully it is going to lead to marriage, you should be comfortable enough to talk about your fears with this person. You should be able to share it with them and not be afraid. I wasn't afraid. I was very happy. It was very special. Lydia, were you ever confused about yourself? I'm at the point where I'm sad, doing things I'm not meant to be. Yeah, I guess everybody, coming of age is a thing. But everybody gets to that point where they are trying to figure themselves out. And me, if I were to talk to myself before, because this is an episode of WWLD, let me know if that should stick. But this is an episode of What Would Lydia Do? Me, in talking to myself in the past, I would say, don't do it. You don't have to go through a whole phase that everybody claims. You do not have to do things that you don't want to do. If that's who you really are and that's what you enjoy doing, please, good and fine, explore. But know that it carries heavy consequences on your life, both spiritually and physically. And other than that, I would just say, give yourself time. Are you really banking on you? Are you really spending time with yourself, or you just know you don't like, you're confused about yourself? Ask yourself the questions, like write them down. If you don't journal, start to just write down your thoughts. It can even be in the notes in your phone. What about me don't I like? What little step can I do to change it? Okay, this is the steps I need to change it. How can I start doing those small steps to change those other steps that will finally lead to me changing this big thing about me that I still don't like about myself? It could be your dress sense. Okay, imagine yourself. How would you really like to dress yourself at peak dress level? If it's your hair, what kind of hairstyle would you like to have? If it's a wig, a wig look you're trying to get, okay, let me start, saving. Let me look for work to do. Let me start getting this money together so I can get this wig that will give me the look I want. I'm just using these superficial, like, little examples. If it's your character that you don't like or you're confused about, ask yourself, what about me is confusing me? Is it rooted in, like, trauma? Do I need to heal from something? Do I need to talk to a therapist? Those are better ways of actually pouring into yourself than being self-destructive. Because being self-destructive never helped anyone. In the end, it's yourself that you have, harmed. It's yourself that you have to go through another cycle of forgiveness of yourself and healing of yourself. And trust me, it's not worth it. So if you need to stay away from guys right now, if you need to stay away from friends, certain group of female friends, male friends, whatever the case may be, cut off from everyone and really look inside. Really, really look in retrospect, like look into your introspect, like looking through yourself and say, this, identify them. They're there, That's how you can move forward and continue to pour into the plant that is yourself and help your plant grow. I'm using Blondie, my favorite, to set. I set before I bake. Setting is using a very tiny powder to set the areas you need to before you go in and do the baking process, like leaving extra powder. Just want to go with a brush and the lightest amount possible and just set. So this butterfly says, I sent you a message earlier, but you didn't see it. I went through an abortion and I feel tired and down. Oh, that's actually heavy. That's actually really heavy. I'm so sorry that you went through that. And I'm not sure why you did. Maybe the time wasn't right or whatever the case may have been. I feel you should just take your time to recover because the deed has already been done. Take your time to recover. Take your time to forgive yourself, because that's a guilt that if you don't take time, it might weigh on you for the rest of your life. You need to really, really take time to heal from that before even trying to be with anyone, before trying to be with any man again. Try to heal from that, because that's a guilt that can really weigh on someone for the rest of their life. If you're not mistaken, like, it will follow you till you're old and gray. So yeah. And also, I would advise every single girl, once you know you're sexually active, I'm not going to hide my mouth, please, especially my Nigerian baby girls, go and get contraceptive. Postinor is not contraceptive. It's an emergency pill, but it's not. You should not be taking it every Wednesday or every Thursday or every Tuesday, Monday to Friday. It is, you're messing up your hormones. You're messing up your body. Because right now you might think that that D that you're getting is so good, you can't do without it. Trust me, a few years down the line, you'll be asking yourself, why was I even giving myself so freely to these men that do not deserve it? That were literally just giving me headache and draining me. So yeah, that's what I'll say on that. Try to make sure that whenever you finish healing, before you start getting sexually active again, and you're not ready for kids. Because if you really look at it in the plain way, sex almost always equals to babies, except is the act rather that brings babies. So if you know you're not ready at all to carry baby, and the person that is, giving you the baby donation juice is not ready to be a father, get contraceptives, or really you have no business having sex. I'm going to be an advocate for that. I'm telling you, a lot of the times that I did in the past was not even necessary. It was just a waste of my time, a waste of my spirit. Like, if I can go back, what would Lydia do, right? I'll tell myself, girl, that guy you're perfect, you're thinking of in your head, that you have not seen the person that fits the image. He exists. Just relax. Stop rushing faster than your shadow. Just focus on other things. Focus on yourself. That's what I would say to myself. We're just going to leave that at that. Your opinion on height difference in a relationship in a case where the girl is taller. My dear, I dated somebody that was taller than. Just to say, let me date too, so that it will not be as if I don't have preference. Personally, I like my men to be taller than me. You get, I was just dating that time just because they could say, they will let them not say my standards are too high. If you don't like short guys, don't date short guys, period. Like, trust me, whatever you're trying to prove, that is because you're asking me the opinion now, maybe because you have a certain way you feel about it. I'm going to be straight up, keep it a buck with you. Don't do it, sis, don't do it. You will forever be thinking about it. And yeah, I've seen tall girls with short people. If it works for you, you don't mind, fine. Me personally, no. So that's why I married tall husband. Don't mind me, it wasn't that superficial, but yeah, that was one of the reasons. Yeah, I knew I had to take this off now. So I'm going to blend this line you see there. I'm just going to take a bit of foundation and just go on it. And somebody says, how do I practice self-confidence? By looking in the mirror and talking to yourself like you're that big, baby. Another butterfly also says, like, how do you deal with body positivity and loving your body still around there? So I'm just going to answer the two of you at the same time, okay? It's about looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're that big. Honestly, if you live your life, because I've realized people will hold you to a standard of perfection that they expect you to be in their head. You get, Lydia is not supposed to have this kind of big stomach. Lydia, why can't you go to the gym to lose weight? Why do you have this kind of big stomach? Me, I'll now see the comment and now start feeling bad about my stomach. Like, My stomach is in y'all's faces. Live your life, come out of your head. As plus size people, we do have it. I know skinny people too say they face body shaming, but as plus size people, we do have it heavier. It's crazy, especially in places like this part of the world. They are mad, moving mad. So if you give them the chance to dictate your life, you're not going to end up living. You're going to end up sad, and at the end of the day, your life will pass you by. So just talk to myself. Keeping it real with you. I just talk to myself in the mirror. Trust me, from someone that did not even used to look at herself in the mirror. When she passed by the mirror, like, I would literally be looking away because I did not want to see the reflection. Do you know how sad of a relationship that is with yourself? I started talking to myself kindly, started talking to myself like that best friend. Like all the sweet comments I say back to you, butterflies, or when you message me, the words of encouragement I give you that makes you feel better. I started to say that to myself. I'm using this for bronzer from Glorish. I started to say that to myself, and that was honestly when I started to see the most difference in like my confidence. Wow, look at your body, look at yourself, talk to yourself nice. It's honestly a process that you have to go through mentally before you conquer it physically. So start on the process. I started also by writing words of affirmation. I think I might pin it in this video. I might pin the one I used to say to myself. Now my brain just knows it. You get? Then I would say it when I'm trying to walk past the mirror, or just say it in the morning. But now my mind, if I find new ones that I want to profess over my life, I profess them, like the abundance one and the constant mindset change. But telling myself I'm beautiful, now I know. I just look at myself, oh, you're such a cutie, instead of saying you are beautiful. But if you're just starting, look in the mirror, say you are beautiful until you believe it. Hug yourself in the mirror, kiss yourself in the mirror, love on you. That's the only, you are all you've got. Whatever sack you're in, whatever body that you have now, you are all you've got. That body is what's keeping you on this earth. That body is what's keeping you safe from germs. That body is what's taking you through nursery, primary, secondary, uni, pregnancies. That body is what you have. So you cannot pour dirty words or dirty water. I'm using the dirty water because I like to imagine my mind as a plant. I'm talking so much and I'm not actually doing my makeup. But I like to imagine my mind as a plant, and to be honest with you, if you do it that way, you will know that some of the words we say are so dirty. They are poison to the manure that is supposed to be helping us grow in our minds. I would just say, like, work on how you talk to yourself, work on how you dress, work on yourself, like mind, how you perceive yourself, and I promise you the physical will just play out and you'll be surprised. The way I've built confidence now, like, I don't care what literally I just delete comment and block. I don't care what you have to say. You cannot hear my mouth arguing with you while you're asking me why I have big stomach or why I'm not going to the gym. There must be something wrong in your head, but I'm not going to be the psychiatric doctor to what is that word, diagnose you with the madness. So my love, don't give people power over you. I'm using this e.l.f. blush cord, and I'm using these very pretty pink shades here. This butterfly says, how do you handle pressure and anxiety as a final year student? It's really hard for me. Hey, my course mate Priscilla will tell you, because we both studied civil engineering, right? So Priscilla, I posted her wedding vlog where I went for her wedding. Like, we bonded that period. There was no, who was asleep, who was food. We lost, if you see us, like, every time we want to laugh at ourselves, now that we're both married and really relaxed and, in love, and we've added happy, healthy weights. If you see how we're looking so homeless in that final year, my goodness. Honestly, it's something where you just have to trust that this project where they stress me out, it will come and go. this exam, final year exam that is stressing me out, it will come and go. This Mr. So professor so that is stressing me, I will soon leave him here and go. Once you have that mindset and you just set your mind on the finished goal, going through the motions become easier. I'm telling you, no matter how hard it seems, you will pass that course. Just do your part and read. You will graduate. After graduating, graduation will be the 18 of the past. If you see the headache we went through that time, if you know, you know. But anyway, that's just what I have to say. Hang on in there. It will soon be 18 of the past. It will soon finish. I'm telling you. You'll be shocked when you're looking back. You're counting 4 years after grad. You're like thinking back. This thing that looks so monumental now will just be so tiny. So yeah. How do you make orders on Pretty Little Thing and get them delivered to Nigeria? So it's from my baby girl. I'm using this beauty line by Didi Pencil. I get them from my baby girl. I need to set my brows. Biola Beauty. I'm going to have her link on the screen. So I message her and she helps me place the order, and she can do that for you as well. It's honestly, that's how I do it. You are in Nigeria, you have to figure out a lot of things, and for me it's cheaper than using most third-party websites, in my opinion. So she just helps me order it and send it to Nigeria. I pay a bit of the shipping fee. Like, I pay shipping fee, and not a bit, I pay shipping fee. She uses DHL to ship it to me. So I'm sure it's a service that she can provide for you. Why are you breaking? I'm sure it's a service that she can provide for you, and it will really help. So that's how I order from Pretty Little Thing. And there's also this Nigerian store I really love, Plus Size by Miss. I got even this dress I'm wearing is from them. It's from Pretty Little Thing, and it's from that page I got it. This Plus Size by Miss. So they're a Nigerian brand, you know, and they have plus size dresses for Pretty Little Thing, Boohoo, Fashion Nova sometimes. So yeah, that's how I get my hands on the pieces I wear. Moving on. How are you really doing, Mama? Love you. And my friend Valerie asks, how am I doing? I'm doing fine, I guess. Right now, in this moment in my life, I'm just trying to discover myself, you know? I'm just trying to be the happiest, most peaceful version of myself. Just embracing what life is, you know, placing before me. I'm learning to be a better home manager. I'm learning to do my chores better instead of procrastinating them and feeling sad about procrastinating them, and then now coming to now go through this whole cycle. I won't lie to you, 2 weeks ago I was in a depressive state. Well, let me not say depressive, that sounds serious, but I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even have my baths in the daytime, you know. I was just playing game on my phone. I tried to read a book, it didn't work, and that was because the house was dirty, and I could have just easily cleaned it, right? But I was just procrastinating, telling myself mentally I was tired. And yeah, I just cleaned up everywhere the other day and I feel so much better. I mean, here I am recording a video, so also, what else? I almost got duped. Let me know if you want that story time. But someone pretending to be Maka Live almost duped me. I feel like it's a thing now where they are really attacking influencers. Like, there's so many creative scams now, and they are no more in India, they are now in Lagos, Nigeria, or more. That's all I have to say. And then I've been working out too at home. I've been doing at home steps, trying to get in 7k to 10k steps every day, working out, doing mobility. I've been heavy into mobility, like hip openers, pelvic floor exercises, wink wink. But even if you're not trying to get pregnant, pelvic floor exercises are for everybody, male, female, young and old. It releases a lot of emotion. It gives you stability when you walk. A lot of the symptoms you see on your knee are coming from your hips. So if you do a lot of hip mobility exercises to strengthen your hips, you will be standing strong. Your spine will not be paining you at your lower back. Like I've not complained about lower back pain in 2 months now. That's a plus. Trust me. Okay, so yeah. I'm going in with this Huda Beauty brow pencil just to darken areas I feel like you might not get to see it on camera, but I like certain areas, and the pencil is just very thin, so it's perfect. Wish to actually see you one day. Oh, not just on my screen, for real, for real, for real, for real. Ah, I honestly can't wait to see a lot of you and give you hugs. Like, let me know. We could organize a meet and greet in Abuja, or I just need a location. So if you know someone that knows someone that can give us a cute location for free, then let's do it. Let's make it happen. ABJ and Kaduna. Like, I don't mind doing meet and greet. Me say if I want to meet you, I want to see you from behind your comments, your sweet comments. I want to see you in person. I think we're long overdue for a meet and greet of the sorts. So let me know. I want everybody to be a part of it. So let me know what your suggestions might be in the comments, and we will take it from there. Okay? I love you so much. That's for you. You know you sent that question. I really do want to learn to love my body, myself. I feel so ugly sometimes because of my weight. My girl, what I just said, answering those other two butterflies, what I'm going to say to you too. You cannot, that's just being very unfair to yourself. It's just like a seed that you're trying to plant. I will still use orange and analogy of trees. And you put this seed to be yourself, your self-growth, your mental development, all of that. And, let me be doing my eyeshadow. Oh yeah, Lydia. I want to conceal my brows. I'm using this pink thing as my base from P. Louise. This from P. Louise. Let me know what you think about this set. I feel like it's very girly, very, chic, laid back, get ready with me type vibes. So let me know what you think. But then you can't be that unkind to yourself, because you're literally the only one that can show up for you. Nobody else. I'm grateful for my husband now and how much he shows up for me, because that's also how you know when you've met your soulmate, their ability to want to be there for you in the most every situation thinkable. So, like, literally your person for life. But before I had him, I had only me. Do you understand? I had only me. And if only me was being mean to me, because for the longest time I would speak so vile to myself. Look at you. Look at my beautiful face. Oh, I will not look at my teeth. I will be talking down on my teeth. Talking down. For the longest time, I could not, give me this kind of cute, open teeth smile. Because I thought my teeth was ugly. I thought my teeth looked like a vampire. Honestly, I also feel with age comes wisdom, man. Because once you realize, Kai, this my body is special. The body don't try. The body has seen me through thick and thin. Give it that credit. Honestly, give your body that credit. Just try it for one day. Even if you don't believe it, I'm going to write that affirmation down below. Even if you don't believe it, just be saying it. Try it for a week. This butterfly says, of course, NEPA is mad, and I'm going to try to create this content regardless. I could have stayed up all night to try to record it where there's better lighting, but I don't want to be doing that anymore. That's a resolution I'm trying to change. So the setup is different. I'm sad, but I'm trying to be happy, and I want to keep this video going on a positive note. So hopefully my light stays. Let me reduce the video. Admire your resilience. How funny that this question is coming up right now when I'm trying to be resilient. I admire your resilience. How have you been able to stay consistent and get creative? Okay, so for me, honestly, I'm using my pink base I showed you. So I stay resilient just by thinking of the I'm so hot. I stay resilient just by the AC just went off. Like it's let's not even talk about it. Let's just keep going. Resilience, Abby. I just think of what I like to achieve with my channel and my content, and for me it's a lifelong dream, right? I didn't just get into it for the money. Literally it wasn't up until 2021 that I started making good money on my YouTube channel. Like it was not up until 2021. Every other time before then I was not making nothing, but I was creating content. I was burning, when I had my shop then, I was burning fuel. I don't just like fuel now in my big age because of the noise, honestly. Noise is just too unbearable for me. So, but by looking to get solar shower, the money is just plenty for the size that we want. It's a goal that we're working towards, yeah. Oh my god. Should I just stop? Oh my god. I honestly do not like this quality, and I honestly do not like the vibe right now. So I'm going to pause. This is real time, real life, me giving you, yeah, me giving you an update. It just has gotten so noisy. Yeah, real life. I want to cry because this video was going so well, but woes of creating content in Nigeria, to be blatantly honest. Cut till tomorrow, or I'll let you know if they do bring lights earlier on, but I don't think so. I think they'll bring light around 2 a.m. and I do not want to sleep. I don't want to stay overnight to record this video. So I'm going to go. I'll wait for them to bring the light. It's 10th April. I need you to see the time so you know for sure. It's 10th April and I'll show you the date and time when I come back. But in real content creator state, you wouldn't be able to tell. I'll do my makeup like this. I've done it severally, but this is the first time I'm saying it on camera. I'll do my makeup like this again up until this stage, then come back on camera. So we'll take up from where we stopped, okay? At this point, give me a thumbs up as I've explained to you what it's going to take. Give me a thumbs up, gas me up in the comments. I'm going to finish this video and I'm not going to cut down on the quality. It must be how I've envisioned it. Yeah, thank you. I love you. Okay. Hi. Let me just get this. You see? 13:20 on 11th April. And with iPhones, you know you can't switch the dates. What shows there is what the date actually is. I'm doing my makeup all over again, of course. I use everything the same. Just shows you what? Resilience. Because Nigerian creators have it twice harder. I remember I was answering that question yesterday. Nigerian creators have it twice harder, and it's very easy for you to just sit down and say, you know what? I know they do again. I'm not doing. The struggle is so much. Other times I would have cried. Like if I had the pressure of maybe I have to submit something and I have a deadline, I probably would have stayed up all night to film it, to be honest. But if I'm stuck within like trying to film it and submit it in the daytime and that happened, I would have wept, seriously, because I hate disappointing brands. But since this content is for me and for you, I'm chill, I'm relaxed. So we're going to continue today. And resilience to me is just having that commitment to you butterflies is what helps me be resilient, because it's not easy. I swear, it's your comments also. Now that I have built a community, before I did not build a community, I was quite like, paying attention to every single person that commented. That is why even till now, once you leave me comments, your comments are like a fuel that I used to pour into the jets that I used to create content, because I'm a one man person. When my husband is not around, you help when my husband is not around, I have to do everything by myself. Today he was around, and yesterday was just a lot harder. I spent 3 hours trying to set up. Yeah, I moved the couch around. You didn't sign up for this, but I just wanted it to be like a honest moment in my videos. I want you to know that it's not all glittery. It's a lot of hard work. In case you want to go down this route, doing this Younger Beauty setting powder. I said, but I need to bake. Honestly, content creation is not for the weak-minded. My goodness. You do not even want to know. Anyway. Dear Mrs. Lydia, where do you keep the other makeup stuffs you no longer use? In my house. When I get this question, because you would not believe how often I get it, I wonder, what do you expect? Where do you expect I will keep this makeup? And the term no longer used is very like, oh, I'm keeping waste in my house. You can't say no longer use. You can maybe say you don't use as often, because when I get that no longer use is that, oh, I should just give you all the makeup that you feel I have in abundance that I no longer use. And if we're even being honest, I recently evaluated my makeup stash and realized that I'm actually, since I'm not doing makeup as much for clients, I only do makeup for special clients now. So I'm deciding to focus on my YouTube, and if only I had constant light, I'll be so much more consistent. When you butterflies ask me for vlogs and I feel so bad, leave me a comment now and hug me in the comments, because I see you butterflies as real people. Like, I don't just count the numbers in my head. I see you as a real person watching me right now, choosing to use her data or his data to watch me. I don't take that for granted. So it affects my mind when I cannot give what you expect, when I cannot provide at least a video for you a week. It really makes me sad, honestly. So that's why when I finally work so hard sometimes through the night, day and night, trying to get a vlog up, a video up, and I start to read your comments, there's this energy I get, this strength. I'm using this pink, I showed you yesterday, of course, even though it won't, like, from P. Louise for my eye base. There's this joy. So pause and leave me a comment, okay? And for that makeup question that I was answering, I have a makeup sale coming up. So after I organize the makeup, it's going to be in three shades or three stages. One will be the used makeup, and the reason I'm selling it is because I know I can't give one person, it's not going to be fair. And I also spent a lot of money while trying to build that kit. So it's my professional kit. I'm selling most of the things. I've thrown away a lot of stuff, so what I'm giving is still something that I feel like there are some that are really almost like done. Those ones will be so cheap, but I feel it will still help somebody starting out in makeup than me just throwing it away. I threw away things that were totally empty or that were expired, you get? But if things are still good and they're just remaining like, different levels, little, there are some powders I barely touched, some eyeshadows that like one shade is finished but the rest is still intact, palettes, stuff like that will be sold in that sale. And then we'll go to the ones that are barely used at all. Like I didn't even touch them. Maybe they don't just have their main packets because I don't have space in my house, but they are still new. And then we'll go to the brand new one. Those ones still have their main packets, and even the protective wrapping that came when I bought some of those stuff. I think I'll sell some Juvia's Place palettes as well. Some high-end palettes that I've had, even though I still want to hold on to a lot of my makeup. Oh, I'm not going to get rid of everything, but yeah, look out for that sale at the end of this month. Things are going to range from as little as 25, 35 to as much as maybe 20k, 25k for something of value, of course. So get your money ready, and if you're someone that wants to start makeup, I feel like this would be a good place to start. I'm going to be using a couple of palettes today. This P. Louise one, it's so pretty. I haven't used her in a while. Oh, so beautiful. I'm not selling that one. But I haven't used that in a while. But while going through my makeup, I kind of saw things I wanted to try out. So this is the Jaclyn Hill palette. To be honest, I'm just going to go into the pinks right here, just as a transition color, and this dark pink here. Dance Party. That looks pretty. Should we use that shade on the lid? There's also this pretty dark shade here that would be nice as a transition. Berry shade. So that's it. I also have my LYDIA STANLEY palette here in case I need the hot pink shade from ZKL Cosmetics. I'll be using these two to blend as well, just because I'm not going to be telling you exactly what I'm doing. So let's go. I honestly need your help. I feel so trapped in my current relationship. I've been dating this guy for a year now, and although we are apart for a while, we got back together. But getting back together, nothing has changed. I'm really tired and I want to get out of this, but I'm afraid that nobody will love me. He always complains of my outfits and that I act too mature and uptight. Baby girl, leave him. I'm telling you, that fear you have in your mind of no one, I'm going to just take this color here, of no one loving you is just in your mind. This brush I'm using is from Younger Beauty. Younger Beauty is one of my top brands, y'all. It's all in your mind, I'm telling you. Like, once you get courage enough to leave him once you get courage enough to leave him, I promise you, you'll be surprised with who you're going to meet. And it's not going to happen quickly, oh. So don't be expecting that you leave him today, tomorrow you will meet this person. But that thought is coming from a place of you thinking you don't deserve better. And for you to think that you don't deserve better, that means you're not really in love with yourself. So my honest advice would be to break up with him and fall in love with yourself. Honestly, if people understood, you hear it all the time, love yourself, love yourself. It's very easy for you to think that you love yourself when you actually do not love yourself. So that's a clear indication. I'm just putting it plainly to you that you thinking you want to stay where someone doesn't appreciate you, doesn't appreciate your dress sense, talks down on you, doesn't uplift you, doesn't pour into you, doesn't make you happy, doesn't fulfill all your innermost desires, whatever they may be, doesn't, add value to your life. You're trying to tell yourself you don't deserve better than that. That's wrong. That's a very wrong mentality that you need to correct. You deserve better, and I promise you, your standard, the one that will come and that will fit so perfectly for you, the one that you have those lists in your head that you've written out that you want your perfect dream man to be, he's there. Don't drop your standard for anybody. Don't settle. Even though you've not met that person, it's easy for your mind to deceive you because you've not met them. So you can't conceive what you do not know. You can't say this is the person because you have not met them. But just trust that God's plan for you is way better than what you might think in your head, and leave. Leave for your peace of mind. That's what I would advise. That's what I would do if I was asked to do, if I was in that situation. Now, knowing what I know now, I'm gonna bounce. His loss, to be honest. Focus on loving yourself. That's all you need right now. And when it's time, you guys will just meet. You will not even know. You will not even know. And all these mumu people will be a thing of the past. I'm 21 and single. Never had a serious relationship. Now I'm wondering if I'm the problem because I'm not outgoing. I don't want to settle. I want someone I really like, but I'm shy and can't shoot my shot. Um, yeah, I feel you because I wasn't going anywhere as well. I didn't leave my house. I'm so grateful to God that I met my husband when I did in the gym. Literally, I always say this, but I don't know, maybe we'll do a story time really talking about that soon. But yeah, I basically shot my shot at this guy I met in the gym, and I didn't really shoot it. I just approached him, and I think the first thing we're going to need to address is that you need to leave your house. Okay, you need to leave your house. This light pink shade here, and for my eyelid shade, I'm going to be using this shade on my lid. It's called Infatuation. You need to leave your house because honestly, if you stay indoors, no one is going to see you. You don't even have to worry about it. Just try to find somewhere constant that is good, not a club, not a bar, but you need to be outside. Find like a meeting you can be going to, for instance, in your church. You might not meet him in church, you might meet him on your way to church. You need to put yourself out there every day. That's what I'm saying. Find him in a book club, find him going on your way to school. Just um, be aware and be open to meeting someone new. And I promise you, I'm going in with Love Shy and just darkening that. That would be my advice for you. And when you meet the person, you don't have to, go outright and tell the person I like you. As a girl, and because you both come to where you're seen frequently, if it's a one-time meet, like you're meeting this person in the airport, or you're meeting this person somewhere that you may not see them again, you don't have to shoot your shot. Just say, um, would you like to share your social media with me? That's Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case may be. And then just go check on them from there and slowly build something, talking to them and stuff. But you don't have to outrightly come tell a guy. And if it's someone you see every day, you can just give him the looks. Honestly, I need to do that story time because it's very juicy. I did stuff to get my husband's attention without actually telling him that I liked him. Okay? In the gym. When I'm working out doing like battle rope or something, I'll be doing it with extra energy. As a lady, there's a way you look at a guy, like you be classy about it, and he will know that you like him. And if you guys are always in the same space, time will give, space for you guys to slowly come together. So first tip, go out of your house. Say amen. Amen. Honestly, that's just what I'm going to say. Go out of your house. Hapo nogi. That love you're looking for. In the black in my palette, and I'm just going to use that to deepen my crease a bit. The next butterfly says, how do you balance being a wife and being a full-time content creator? I would say it's not been easy, but I've just learned to pace myself. I've just learned to, little by little, step by step, day by day. Before, I used to kill myself with doing all the chores in one day, for example. Now I know that I have to split it out one day a week. Even before babies start coming, I have to figure out a down-packed routine to keep the house clean, even though I know we're not staying here for long. But just the whole mentality of learning how to navigate a household, and I've already started doing my creation before I got married, so I kind of have an expertise with that and creating in different conditions, but I don't have an expertise with being a wife. So I've just been taking my time to learn it now and just master being at peace and maintaining my energy throughout whatever I might be going through at home. So that's how I do it. The next butterfly says, I love your makeup so much. It's really seamless. Can you please tell me if you were self-taught or if you went to school? I'm self-taught. all my makeup, everything you've seen me showcase, all my cooking in my vlogs, all my art I've done, my art. Ooh, I'm getting into textured art now. I'm so excited. Can't wait to share in upcoming vlogs. But yeah, all of that are self-taught. I don't limit my mind. I literally have this mentality that, you know, I can do anything. Like anything through Christ who strengthens me. So that is what keeps me going. I don't limit my mind. So when I was learning makeup, how I learned was through videos, YouTube videos. I'm going to go in with more of that base. I have it at the back of my hand here. So I watched Glam by Isoken. She was one of my favorite people. Jenny Jenkins, Jackie Aina. Oh, there's so much that were in the OG creators on YouTube. Those were the people I watched to learn makeup. And I practice. Eh? Practice was my middle name. In the midnight like this, I'm reading for my civil engineering exam. I'm practicing cut crease eyeshadow. I'm practicing how to do highlight and contour. So that was how I learned. Practice really does make perfection. I'm telling you. It really does. Now that I've gotten my lid like that, I'm going to apply that. The next question says, I noticed that you're getting more confident in dressing yourself. How do you know what dresses fit your body? I'm going to say, oh, that color is beautiful. Can you see? I'm going to say to answer that question, it has to go back to me getting to fall in love with myself, not looking at my stomach and trying to dress it in something that a very skinny person would wear. So it's things like that that help me dress better. I know certain fabrics will not do well for my body. That's pretty. I'm going to go back with all those shades I use in the crease. I'm using my favorite dark pencil. This is the pencil. It does not irritate my under eye. It stays put when I use it. It is very black. Merak Cosmetics pencil. So I just imagine myself and I imagine how I want to feel at the event I'm going for. So it's from that feeling that I decide what I'm going to wear and how I'm going to dress myself. I know I want to be comfortable. I know I don't want to be worried about my fupa because people are just mad. Even though I own my fupa without any shame, I know that, you know, there are certain dresses that flow better with my physique. So, and I pick colors that I like, but mostly I stick to dark colors. This is not to say that plus people or bigger people should only wear dark colors, but it's just the rule of dressing. Darker colors hide shit. I don't want to curse. Darker colors hide stuff. Lighter colors reveal them. So don't try to be fitting into a white bodycon dress that is made of leather or all those very flimsy materials that you know will just sink into your folds. That's not going to make you feel confident. Choose stronger fabrics. Choose fabrics that have cooler tones, and you know, dress for your body. If you have more bust, you know, look for styles that streamline that bust and accentuate your hips, makes your hip look bigger. If you have bigger hips, you wear clothes that kind of show your curve but also not so tight on your upper body. You can just imagine how you want to look. Think about it. Don't just rush to wear clothes. You get? That's how I dress myself. I don't have a stylist yet. I do everything by myself, but who knows, maybe in the future I'll have a stylist. I'm not a fashionista like that, so my dear, I just learned from my mom to dress nice but don't break the bank. So most fashionistas these days, if you're not wearing the latest Gonshi and the latest Dior, you are not it. So that's not my mentality. Maybe I never blow, sha. Maybe you get one kind blow where I go blow. I go just drop money for those kinds of things. Who knows? We'll come back and watch. You know, this life, The only thing that is inevitable is growth. So we'll come back and watch the video. I'm looking at that with my 10 bags. I'm like, see, when I was saying I'll not spend on anything. So don't take me seriously like that, Sha. So finishing up, I went ahead to put on lipstick, just a simple nude lip. Okay, I'm going to be using these earrings. That's it, my love. On this day that this video is going up, I'm going to put a what do you call that now? I'm going to put, oh, I think that's pretty. I'm going to put a question sticker for you. So on my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, LYDIA STANLEY, so that you can ask me questions. And should we make this a thing? Let me know. I'm rushing because our NEPA people, the Kaduna Electric is rubbish. Give this video a thumbs up. That's it, my love. That completes an episode of WWJD. No, not Jesus. WWLD. These are my scent of the day. It's Gucci Bloom and Versace Bright Crystal. Did I go pink because of my outfit or what? Who knows? But they smell absolutely amazing. Very delicious for spring. Ooh. I got them from Set by Beams, if I didn't mention, and this is what your girl is smelling like. You know it's a bit serious when the perfume enters my eyes. Give me a thumbs up, my loves. Leave me comments right now. Tell me what you learned in this video. Should we make this a thing? Leave me, talk to me. I'm so happy this video is ending up on a positive note, but I would love to hear every single thing from you. Today, I'm going to leave a question sticker, like I said, on my Instagram page, LYDIA STANLEY. So you can send me questions you'd like me to answer in a future episode of WWLD. Should we make that a thing? Should it stick? Let me know down below. And I'm going to see you, amazing butterfly who watched up until the end. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah. Keep being you. Keep being the most amazing version of yourself. And don't forget to love on you, okay? You could even put the battery for me so I don't lose any clip. Would that be a quick thing you can do? My armpit is hot and that's what's making me sweat now. Stop!